itholakala ku-www.mpumalanga.gov.za but ngiqhubeke nje kusasa siyahamba office laNkulunkulu sibe senkomazi Steve Chwete kanye nasembombela embombela bata ekuseni taqala kaBhokweni bese kuyo chochocho enkomazi uqala kaMhlushwa uyo kaMachekeza Steve Chwete it will be Mhluzi then from there sebe sekuyiwa the name of the hall to be correct msakazi wami it's called Dorkop hall in Dorkop
all right. Yeah, thank you so much, my brother, for coming in, and we really appreciate, and we think that this kind of initiative will be very, very much helpful for our youth. All right. Yeah, begung babe bega intandane lobuya la Youth Development Fund. Hlala nathi siyabuya sisathi kugwinya ematha. My brother.
Bojo.
Yeah,
right.
Welcome.
No. Eyo. Lama ticket. Akho.
Yeah, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm paying for pen and pen. Right. This the ship yakho lapho imphisa kakhulu.
Lokuhle FM, the home of inspiring content. Greetings from your giant musician, your gospel artist, all the way from the kingdom of Eswatini.
For a good cause.
You are sitting here, listening, being inspired, being motivated, being encouraged. Please do tune in every time you find time. We love you, appreciate you. Lokuhle FM.
My last minute, ngisakhona.
Yeah. Yeah, it's live.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, it's live. It's live. Now, what I'll do, I'll send it to you now.
Okay.
But we'll start with that letter.
There.
From the office saying that.
Oh, no. Anyhow.
Yeah.
Anyway, the way I'm flexible.
Yeah.
Good one.
All right. Minutes to 6 o'clock, as I've mentioned earlier on, as I've said earlier on this show, that surely I'll be having some guests in studio just to clarify the mist and the dust that is really hovering. However, the launch went ahead despite an indication from the provincial government that it's not endorsing. I'm not saying that out of the blue. There was a letter that was signed by the Director General regarding this issue. Let me read it loud and clear. It says the Office of the Premier refers with the appreciation the plan to launch the Mpumalanga television channel. The event scheduled, as I've said, on Tuesday, 16th April at the Mnoshweni Arena. It should be reacted that the establishment of the provincial community station is one of the resolutions taken in the Executive Council meeting scheduled dated the 7th of December 2022. It was received that the communication services in the Office of the Premier should support the establishment of such initiative without direct involvement until a license from the regulator, ICASA, is granted. The planned launch of the station is not in line with the EXCO resolution. Further, ICASA is yet to issue a license for a community TV in Mpumalanga, while the provincial government remains committed to support the establishment of such initiative. However, this should be done within the parameters of the resolution and the ICASA license condition. In light of the above, the launch does not enjoy the endorsement of the provincial government. It will be appreciated if same information can be conveyed to the office of the executive authority. I trust that you will find the above in order. Kind regards, Mr. Tipinyoni, Director General Office of the Premier, and the letter was dated the 15th of April 2024. As I have promised you earlier, that I will have another part of this story, because the launch of this Mpumalanga TV on Tuesday was hailed by many, some as an achievement and an attainment of a project that was wanted with that was awaited with abated breath by those in the arts and creative and media industry. But others have raised questions as to who really is behind this initiative. But to clear that air and that confusion that has engulfed many, especially in the social media space, office corridors, we are pleased to be joined in studio by the chairperson of the Mpumalanga Live TV, Mpumalanga MP Live TV, Mr. Mohammed Pire. Welcome to our show, Mr. Pire.
Thank you very much, my brother. Greeting to listeners at home and yourself.
Baba Pire, here is the issue. I've read the letter. I invited the other part to be here in studio, and they sent that particular note, which will be shared with you during the broadcast of this show. But before we continue, just tell us in just very short, 15 seconds, who is MP Live TV, before I go to the break.
Look, MP Live TV was established on the 29th of November 2022 at Entlanzeni District, whereby the provincial government has called all the interested parties for the entire province to work together, to work as one team, to be united, to establish an NPO, in fruitfully to work on getting the ICASA license.
Okay, let me respect those who are paying rent for us here. Just take a moment. Okay.
Register your company, get a tax clearance certificate and BBBEE certificate in 2 days for only 950. We will also help you register on the Central Supplier Database CSD to do business with the government, national, provincial, and local. Call us today and formalize your business. Call or WhatsApp
You Signs. We specialize in signage, vehicle branding, embroidery, and all your printing.
We're the home of inspiring content. When they say home of inspiring content, they mean us.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Ndawshare their response. Their response.
No,
but anyway, now we want to.
No, my part is clear. My part is clear. I know where I stand.
We're at position.
I know where I stand.
No, but anyway, the whole aim of this conversation, it's to clear the air regarding this issue, because we don't want people to stop in corridors and wherever. We want to hear it from the horse's mouth So it's really commendable ukuthi ube khona so that you tell the side of your story, and we cannot shun away from that.
Reaching many people.
No,
Yeah.
And see your business grow from as little as 55 rand.
Yeah, it's
Please contact Mr. Give and Take 076 924 0327 Spurakum 065 998 4387. Mr. Gates 082 2294 047. The home of inspiring content.
abaningi bafuna ukubuta ama-questions la manje ubuta njani ama-questions?
Ngiyafuna ukubuta vele kufanele ngibaphendule mfuthu. Ukona ukutshela 20 minutes mncane.
Anyway, welcome back. You're still listening to Lokuhle FM, the home of inspiring content. Usahle nami, the ancestor of the airwaves. Khona la Lokuhle FM i-World Focus luhlelo sikhathi nyalo emaminiti alishumi nakubili ngembi kokuthi kushaye insimbi yesithupha. Siyaqhubeka nenkulumo yethu njengoba ngiye ngathembisa la sinababe Mohammed Phiri, lo chairperson of the Mpumalanga Live TV. You introduced yourself as an entity or as an organization that has been legitimately established. Now, here is the issue. The Mpumalanga TV has been launched. It's out there in the public domain, we all know that. Are you objecting that launch of Mpumalanga TV?
Look, I'm not objecting the launch. Our object is to object the government to support the launch of that particular established, they call themselves MP TV.
Yeah.
We are MP Live TV. Just to give clarity to the public interest, we are MP Live TV. MP Live TV, it's those people that were chosen, or a board that was established, where provincial government called a meeting on the 28th of November at Entlanzeni district, whereby people, they came from different districts at Entlanzeni. On that day, government have invited some advisors, some different stakeholders from one KZN, Ikapa TV and Soweto TV, to come and to be our advisors, to help us in terms of for establishing the TV on that day. A committee was chosen for different people from different districts, and Entlanzeni, Kangala, and Khar. Even our board have different people from different districts for the interest of our people, for art departments, to create a proper TV for the interest of our people in the province. The task was given to all of us. They said, in order for you to work together, just form one team, not like different teams. The key, because government has put aside a funding to sponsor anyone who's going to have an ICASA license will be granted an ICASA license. That's where we are. The application was still on. They are still busy with evaluations from ICASA. As we speak, I think they're on stage 3. No one got an ICASA license. Even our opposition, our competitors, MP TV, they don't have ICASA license. We don't have ICASA license. We're still waiting for ICASA license. We are waiting for the outcome from ICASA to tell us.
Well, Mr. Phiri, I understand I don't know which group went to government until this letter was drafted and it was released, and it said that this launch it's going ahead without the endorsement of the provincial government. But to my surprise, or what I've seen is that some of the government officials were part of this initiative.
With all due respect, I don't want to answer on behalf of government.
Yeah.
The provincial government, they have their own spokesperson,
Yeah.
of which the head of communication from art, from Department of Economic Development, they have different spokesperson. I saw there, yes, I saw the MEC of Sport and Culture, I saw the MEC of Economic Development, the MEC of Healthy. The head of communication in government is Mr. Mteto. I think he's the one who can be able to give a proper answer.
Yeah,
But
Mr. Mteto, I engaged him and I invited him. He said he's still looking at this issue, he's pondering on it. He'll come back to me next week on Monday to respond on all these issues. But I just want your point of view on this issue, because there's a letter. Your point of view, that is it not surprising you to see government officials being part of this thing while the executive said they are distancing themselves? Just your point of view.
Remember, there's an administrator and there is the principal. So the letters from the administrator, the head of administrator, in my understanding. So you saw the MECs. I can invite anyone that I want to invite.
Yeah.
Remember, they are their own entity, their own.
Yes.
They've invited whoever. I'm not sure either they were there as government or they were there as private guests. I can't give an answer for that. But in my understanding that maybe they were there as guests for MP TV.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give you any proper answer. But if they are there as guests, it's okay. But if they are there as government officials, still for me, I don't see any problem.
Yeah.
Where I'm going to have a problem, if government is going to put more investment into an entity that doesn't have any ICASA license. That's where I have a problem, because remember, government came to us. Whatever proposal that they had, it's like we went to government and we said to them, look, MultiChoice is offering us a frequency without any license to establish this particular transformation to help the people with creativity about the province. Actors and whatever not. Government refused and they said, no, we can't help you in case you don't have any ICASA license. What's surprisingly, when these ones, they have their own arrangement with government, while they don't have ICASA license. And we feel somehow other people, they're not honest to the people of the province. Remember, at our heart, our first interest is people of the province. Because if we can check, or I can help you, is that Mpumalanga get more actors. Mpumalanga have more productive houses. Mpumalanga have more producers, people with creativity, especially on art. And where is that particular talent? They end up going to Gauteng. They are no longer coming here as an investment and as our province. We want to support people once they can see them, we see them on TV. While once they are still there, we don't want to support them. There's an opportunity here. We went to government. SAPC wanted an endorsement letter with us. We went to Sport, Art and Culture. While we are still waiting for the license, we went with a proposal. They said, we need an endorsement letter so that we can partner with you to have a series in the province. 70% of the people will be from the province for transformation. Up until today, we never received that particular appointment to say, we went for a presentation, they said they'll come back to us. Up until today, we went to Sport, Art and Culture, we went to the HOD, up until today. Today, the MEC of Sport, Art and Culture is going there to endorse something, while we have this thing, something to put interest of people of the province. In that launch, 65% of people were from KZN. But we had to call this thing as MPTV. What do you call that? It's an insult for the people of the province. On a very serious note, because you are saying you're going to support a structure for people from outside of the province, while we have people of the province, we're not supporting them. It's uncalled for. We cannot do things like that. Let's prioritize the interest of our people of this province at our heart.
Mr. Beer, do you have documents to prove that as an entity?
Yes, most definitely. I believe my secretary is listening. We can forward that thing as an entity, as MP Live TV, an NPO, non-profit organization. It's there. I think they can send it to you. Next time, anytime, you can call us and say you can read it to the public. It's there. We have board members. We have a committee. We meet. We have resolutions for different meetings, whereby we had so many meetings with different people. Our people, they are waiting for the province to have a proper TV license. We don't want a TV that will say we call ourselves MP Live TV or MP TV at the same time #1KZN. The same person from 1KZN was one of our advisors.
The person who is
From
part of-
from 1KZN.
Ah.
He was one person who was there on the 28th of November. Mpumalanga government has transported these particular people to come in the province to guide us.
So does this mean that this whole idea of establishing a TV channel or TV station in the province was somehow hijacked, if I may ask?
Look, I don't want to say it was hijacked or not, because remember, we went there as an entity. Anyone can have their own entity and put their own proposals.
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
If someone put a proposal and government endorse it, it's none of our business. But if our own one and fail, it's okay. Life goes on. But the common dominator here must be an ICASA license. Anyone without an ICASA license, while there are people that they've put proposal to government and they refuse, and the government is showing more support, that's why you're going to have a problem. We are going to interdict it. Clear and tell, because we need to fair to everyone in the province, because how can you call the entire province in one room and say, guys, I'm advising you out of interest, we are willing to support you, but don't work as divided people. Work as a team, be united. And the next thing, you don't want to show support, you show support to people that are not part and people that don't have ICASA license. Why? To us, we are preaching and say, look, let's have this particular ICASA license.
Yeah, all right. If you have just joined us, wherever you are, we are live on our Facebook page there. Please make sure that you follow us until the end of this show. And we are here in studio with the chairperson of the Mpumalanga Live TV, Mr. Mohammed Piri, trying to clarify and clear the air regarding this issue of the launch of MP TV, Mpumalanga TV. And they are here as Mpumalanga Live TV, MP Live TV. And let's just take a short break. We'll be right back. 2 minutes. Oh, some of the questions. Okay.
Sawubona mnethu, isango Duma Cultural Village ikulethela i-3rd edition ye-Insango Magalu Expo Culinary Festival. Kutawuqala i-workshop.
Yeah, I'll just go through some of the questions here.
No, it's fine.
Yeah,
May
yeah.
2024 eSkahlan Cultural Village kusukela nga-9 ekuzimatic shaye insimbi yesine ntambama i-traditional festivities. Kanti-ke kusukela ngensimbi yesine kuze kube late kutawuba umgidza-ngoma, kutawube kunanzisa Swathelas, DJ Zoe, Boloja, Enzing Malu. Kwathi kabanti shayela nathi inombolo 078
Labantu bayakuthenga i-airtime. 1K.
Wow.
na Bishop Tonywenyama live eMlotsheni Arena indumezulu ye-5 decade celebration lapha sayenzala emhlabeni basheshe bahleka kulo nyaka mfohlela izitho nalezinye ingoma
Hayi ukubalekela.
But, okay, without him there. Never. sivumelene vembi nanaye kusebhuti ngicela ungaphumi ngale bambi channel
amathikithi ayatholakala e-Computer Ticket Bishop Domingonyama 5 Decade Celebration live eMlotsheni Arena 18 May 2024 uphumanyalo eShoprite Checkers nase-USAID utithengele akho nebangani bakho ukuthola kabandi 082-832-2981 asihlale khona.
Welcome back. You are still listening to Lokuhle FM, the home of inspiring content. We continue with our show. I have just made a request from my superiors that can we please have more 10 minutes just to put an end to this conversation. Not even an end, but anyway to take it further so that people get clarity as to what is happening. In studio, I'm with Mohammed Piri, who is the chairperson of the Mpumalanga Live TV. Mr. Piri, there are questions here. Someone given take says the DCSR MEC was very clear on the endorsement of MPTV. Does MP Live TV have a written agreement with the Premier? That's given. That's the first question.
Okay.
Yeah, from our live, from our Facebook.
Look, we don't have an agreement with government. The agreement is there. We don't have an agreement with government. You must listen to me.
I'm listening tentatively.
We don't have an agreement with government. The government give us directive and say, people of the province, we are available. We want to help you. We have this particular fund. We are willing to help you. But the key to open on this door is ICASA license. We have something on record. I think Mr. Mtetwa can be able to give a proper answer on Monday on that one.
Yeah. I
don't want to answer on behalf of economic development or whatever.
Yeah, the other stakeholders, yes. Yeah.
I don't want to do that. But on behalf of MP Live TV, we are clear and we are saying government has called us, it's on record, they have a register, they can request it. They call all those people, even the Mwango, who's I think is one of the person for 1KZN. Was part of the meeting. Guys from Soweto TV, they were part. Ikapa something, I think there was another lady was part of it, whereby government asked them with transport to come and advise us to be our advisors. Yeah. Going forward, it's there, it's on record. We were sitting in our own home and it was a public invitation. I will check on record, whereby the office of the Premier invited the people of the province that they have an interest. It's there. Yeah. It's not like something that I wake up in the morning and say, I want to become the chairperson of MP Live TV. No, I was chosen and say, Mohammed, can you be an interim board of this particular thing to help us? And after the ICASA license has been issued, that's where I'll say, thank you very much. I've delivered my task as people of the province. Other interim committee can come and take over.
And another question still from give and take. But that one, I think you have answered because it says, is MP Live TV an entity of government or privately owned?
No, it's an NPO.
Yeah.
It's an NPO.
Yeah. Non-profit
organization.
Yeah. So you answered that one.
Yes.
Another question also from Mr. Take, but why have they, meaning you, not been seen or heard before the launch? Where are you reporting to?
We cannot launch something that don't have a license on. Why must I go and launch a TV when I don't have a ICASA license? Basically, I'm just an entity that I want to explore onto creative department to help people from the art or any sort of people in the movies and whatever. I cannot launch such things. You see, people, they must not be misled. Because now MPTV launch as MPTV, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Let me help people from the province. They launch, they have their own agreement with 1KZN.
Okay.
That maybe in a day they are going to broadcast for 2 hours
Yeah.
or 3 hours. That's their own private agreement.
Yeah.
It's like yourself saying, I'm coming to Lokuhle FM. Can I have an agreement that I'm going to buy airtime from you, for example? Basically, I'm an agent of the province. I take it as now MPTV as an agent of 1KZN, because which means they're going to take production to 1KZN.
So it means that they bought a slot. If I understand
they
it
have
very
their
well,
own agreement.
yeah.
Because remember, once the government is saying, I'm going to advertise to MPTV, who is going to advertise? They're going to 1KZN. We are taking money to KZN. Who are you supporting? Because you're taking money to KZN, not in the province. This thing, there is no one who's having a frequency in the province. We don't have a frequency, either ourselves or themselves.
No license yet.
No license yet.
Yeah.
So there mustn't people be misled about such things. It's like yourself, you have your own production,
Yeah.
you get a slot at SABC, and we are saying, I'm promoting the province, I have my own salespeople around the province. People, they want to advertise, they come to me, I go to SABC and I broadcast. They broadcast on my behalf. Simple. Let me ask you one question, or the public. When they saw the launch, because it was live on 1KZN, did they saw there on top 1KZN and MP Live TV or MPTV on the screen? No, it was 1KZN. That's it.
So, but just in your understanding, Mr. Peer, is it possible that you say, I'm launching something on someone's platform? Does it? I'm asking you. Does it make sense?
That's why I'm saying they mustn't mislead people. Yes, they have their own production called MPTV. It's okay. We respect that.
Yeah.
And I respect them. I respect their committee and whatever. It's okay. It's an entity their own. They are running business at their own. But they mustn't mislead people as if like this thing we are going to have a frequency as a province.
Yeah.
As we speak, no one got a license in the province.
Yeah. And then let me just take you back a little bit before we will conclude. After establishing this entity, have you engaged some of the people or some of the organizations or people in the creative industry to say, look guys, we have got this kind of an establishment, are you buying into it? I mean, outside of your organization.
Look, our scope of work was clear as a committee.
Yeah.
You guys, you must come with an ICASA license just for the TV. On the TV, we're going to open opportunities for people into creative industry, of which reason being we end up in had a meeting with SABC. It's because the issue of the series in the province, we want endorsement from the Office of Sport, Art and Culture, so that we can call everyone who got an interest and say, look guys, we have these particular opportunities. You cannot call people who don't have something in hand. It's like you're giving them an empty promises. I cannot call you and say, I want to open a radio station. The next thing, I don't have a license to operate. What kind of opportunity I'm going to create? I must have something in writing. First, I said, I have this in my hand. People of the province, what can you do? I need to advertise. I want HR people, I want production people, I want this and that and that. Then so that I know I have something in writing. Currently, I'll be lying to the masters of the province because they are people who are hungry there in this industry of yours. They have been waiting it. Production companies, they are hungry. Practical example, before you can more me. You see, sport and art and culture is failing our people. That you must know. And we mustn't run away from it. Because Metro FM, for example, the awards are coming, right?
Yes, yeah.
Government is putting more money there. Yes, we know it's investors. But ask yourself, how many production companies are benefiting for the awards in the province? Because you must do a transformation. You're going to say, okay, this is the deal. You're coming, we are bringing this thing opportunities. can 30% of our people benefit on these things, especially production, transformation? Let me train these particular people so that when you go back to Joburg, you know what needs to be done. How many artists have been booked? All those things you need to know, because that's transformation. You are helping the people of the province. That's where we are. I'm not fighting with anyone, but I'm saying as chairperson of MP Live TV, people must not be misled. We don't have a frequency yet as a province. You can go to ICASA, it's a public domain. You can go to MultiChoice, it's a public domain. You can go to SABC, there's nothing. Anyone can make an agreement with any other community-based TV. Their license, especially for one KZN, is based for one KZN people only. Remember, it was Richards Bay. It has moved to one KZN because they had their own problems. I don't want to dwell too much on those things.
Technicalities,
I must fight in benefit of people of the province. As long as I'm a chairperson, at the end I must fight for our people.
Mr. Perry, what's the way forward now from where we are standing? Are you taking the legal route, or you waiting and see as to what transpires?
No. There's no legal route here. Won't take any legal route. This thing is clear. Remember, once the acting DG has issued a letter to the people, right, and say they are not endorsing or they're not sponsoring this particular thing, we are fine. That's number one. Number two, we are still waiting for ICASA outcome, because our responsibility is to deliver this thing. If, let me say, we are not coming okay, there's another opportunity or another application will open in December again for new applications, because as far as I know, or because we are making follow-ups with ICASA. The entire country, there's only one community TV that has went for second phase. I think it's a company from Northwest.
Northwest,
That's the only company, and amongst all the application, the applicants, including our competitors, our friends, MP TV as well, they are not part of those things. Let me give you a brief. When we put our application, people, the same one, the chairperson of one KZN, took our own people in our committee and said to brief us, how far are you? When they went there, when we put our own application, they asked about us, did you put our own application? But someone that has been called to come and guide people of the province, and at the same time is showing some dishonesty to us. It's wrong.
So, well, that happened within the committee?
Yes. There's one guy, I think his team from Witbank, we have suspended him. That's called dishonesty. Because, you see, we have our own CEO, you know him, Rio Mabunda, that's our CEO. And I believe he's listening as well. We work day and night. When we work when we're preparing this application, we didn't sleep for 3 nights. And we know we're working together because people of the province, they have this thing at their heart. They want this thing to happen. We went to all the radio stations for petitions to be signed, more than 2,000 signatures. And we are owing the people of the province a proper explanation. Yet our government or some of the people, individuals, they come behind our back, they do these things. It's wrong. We are owing the people of the province something very tangible, something good, and I must promise people of the province, I will not rest up until we establish the proper TV for the province. That's a promise. The TV is going to come. Either we fail now, but give me 2 years.
Yeah, well, ngiyacabanga nithi vele kuphi nakuphi lapho nikhona. That is Mohammed Piri, who is the chairperson of Mpumalanga Live TV, responding to the questions that were posed as to who are they, what are their objectives, do they have proof that they're legitimate entity, and the objective of this project. He has articulated on that, as well as the other issues in terms of creating jobs for the local creative industry people here. I really appreciate your time, Mr. Piri, and I hope that we'll get the response that we anticipate to get from government as to what really transpired out of all this.
No, thank you very much. Government, I had a meeting with them. They know we requested a physical meeting with them, and they've promised us what they've delivered. They said they will send a letter. They will call us, both parties, to work together, and we are still waiting. We don't have any problem with MP Live TV, with MPTV. We wish them all the best. We are MP Live TV. We are there, and we want what is best for the people of the province. Simple as that.
Yeah, questions are that we have got. Questions are really coming. Let me just pause this one just for the last time, because it has drawn much interest from the public. Give and Take says MPTV has every right to operate as an independent entity, same as MP Live TV does. Government has communicated its stance on the matter. Our government must not confuse the creative sector. I think it's a statement instead of a question.
I will help him. He's my close brother. Give and Take. I know where you come from. So I said it from the beginning.
Yeah.
We don't have any problem with MPTV.
Yeah.
We don't want people to be misled. They have their own entity. What? Let me help him. Give and Take. I think we are listening. Government called a meeting on the 28th of November 2022 for people of the province to work together, to be united, to establish this particular board so that they can register an NPO. After the NPO, they must go and apply for these applications. If anyone is having an ICASA license, government will endorse those particular people, either as an entity or whatever. Currently, no one got an ICASA license. Simple as that.
Yeah.
It's like my brother went and buy a time and have an agreement, of which, without you asking me, Give and Take, for the same proposal that MPTV did, we did a similar proposal to them. They refused. That's where we come from. If they should have allowed us, we should have our own TV long time ago and say we have an agreement with whoever. Multi-Choice was offering us this particular thing to have our own frequency as MPTV, MP Live TV.
So on Multi-Choice?
Yes.
Yeah.
They refuse.
Who refused? Government?
I'm talking about the team. Remember, government has established a task team.
Yeah.
That is headed by George Mteto.
Yeah.
I have a serious conversation with him, particular with Multi-Choice. I can bring Multi-Choice